Hello K1 Visa filers. Kumusta po? Now for this video, I'm just going to share with you what is the eligibility letter that comes from US Embassy in Manila. Ano nga ba ito? When do you receive this letter and what other documents that you will receive or should receive from the US Embassy in Manila after you receive your NOAA 2 or when you get approved on your I-129F petition. Now, don't skip this video. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, mag-subscribe ka na. Click the bell button to get notified on my next upload, especially about updates about K1 Fiancé Visa and adjustment of status. So, hello everybody. Hello K1 Visa filers. Kumusta po ang lahat? Sino ba ang na-approve na? Congratulations po sa mga nag-visa on hand na and their visa are on the way. Congratulations po sa inyo and good luck. Sana po nakabook na yung iba na ang tagal na pong nag-aabang ng interview slot sa US Embassy in Manila. Sana nakabook na kayo yesterday and last night. There were available slots open po. So hopefully nakabook na kayo and yes, eto na nga, kumusta po ang lahat? Nandito na naman ako. So good morning, good afternoon, or good evening po sa inyong lahat. Hello everybody. So yes, sa mga bago pa po sa channel ko, my name is Jai. I am originally from the Philippines but I live now in Pensacola, Florida. And just like you, I got here through a K1 Fiancé Visa and right now I am a green card holder under 2 years conditional po. 2 years conditional pa lang po ang meron tayo. So yes, kung bago ka pa dito, I post videos about especially my personal experience as a DIY filer of K1 Visa and adjustment of status. You may check my videos here on my channel. Go to Jai and Jerry. Click playlist. Sa playlist po may makikita kayong album title dyan na K1 Visa and adjustment of status. Mga DIY process, mga guide, mga tips, especially right now that bago na po, may mga pagbabago na. There are new rules and regulations and ang dami na pong mga, they are scrutinizing the applicant na po. So you may check my videos there, scroll up nyo na lang and good luck po sa lahat. So yes, again, ang dami kasing naguguluhan. I-explain ko lang and then I will show you what I receive from the US Embassy in Manila. Ano nga ba yung eligibility letter? Kailan ba ma-receive yung eligibility letter? Hihintayin pa ba ang eligibility letter bago mag-book ng interview and medical so as the biometrics? And needed ba siya sa US Embassy on your interview day? Ano-ano pa ba yung mga documents na kailangan naming ma-receive or should we receive from the US Embassy in Manila? So just a disclaimer, I am not affiliated with any government agency nor working with or as an immigration attorney. I am not a professional or a legal expert. I'm only sharing based on my personal experience and research as a DIY filer of K1 Visa and adjustment of status. These are based on my personal experience lamang po. These are all from my experience. I am a DIY filer po. Kami lang dalawa ni asawa ang nag-submit, nag-gather ng mga documents namin. And now, I am a green card holder and next year, I will be applying for my removal of conditions for my 2 years green card. So good luck po sa ating lahat. So ano nga ba yung eligibility letter and lahat ba nito nakakatanggap? So ito po yung natanggap ko from US Embassy in Manila. Just a recap, na-approve po kami ng aming I-129F petition September 7 dito sa US, September 8 sa Philippines, and then we receive our K1 FTP or the NVC letter November 22, and then supposed to be, sabi nila, you should receive the eligibility letter coming from US Embassy in Manila. So ano nga ba? Kailan ba dumating yung eligibility letter ko? Dumating po yung eligibility letter ko January 21 na po. So sobrang layo na niya. And almost hindi na nga ito dumating kasi hindi din nila ako mahanap sa address namin for some reason. I don't know why. But anyways, tsaka hindi din po lahat nakaka-receive ng eligibility letter. I don't know why, kung bakit. Kasi yung iba hindi talaga naka-receive. Ako naka-receive ako pero sobrang late na nga. Imagine, na-approve kami September, November, nagka-NVC letter kami, and then January 31, I was already in Manila doing my medical po. Nung tumawag yung papa ko, and they told me na meron daw akong letter coming from the US Embassy in Manila. Dalawa nga siya. Actually, dumating din yung copy ko mismo of the NVC letter. Kasi ang copy na ginamit ko lang was the NVC letter coming from my fiance. Yung binigay ni NVC sa fiance ko. Hindi ko alam na makaka-receive din pala ako ng NVC ko coming, or NVC letter coming from the NVC. So, ayun. Nagkasabay po ang aking NVC and then the US Embassy letter. So, ito po yung natanggap ko. Nandito siya. Ito yung eligibility letter, and I will just show the picture at the latter part of this video. Dito po nakalagay lang siya is address, the US Embassy in Manila, or Embassy of the United States of America, Manila, Philippines. Ang address or date po na nakalagay dito is December 16. Ganun po siya katagal, hindi nila ako makita. And not everyone again received this letter. So my name ko, my complete address, kanyan. And then, dear, the full name. And then, ang nakasaad lang naman dito is, you are now eligible to schedule a visa interview at the US Embassy in the Philippines. Blah, 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 blah. And I will just show you later. Aside from that, meron din siyang nakalagay dito na important notice to fiancé with derivative K2 applicants. Sa may mga K2 po, may instruction din po dito. Ito yung process and requirements, the duration, time of completion, nandyan nakalagay po siya. And I will show you the picture later. Or i-video ko na lang siya para ma-zoom in ko siya. So, may nagtatanong, kasi pag ang agency daw, ang may mga agency, pinapahintay talaga nila na ma-receive ito bago kayo makapag-book ng interview sa embassy. Nasa sa inyo na po yun if you wanna talk to your, kausapin nyo sila na ganito, ganyan. Pero sila talaga mostly sa lahat ng naririnig ko na may mga agency, may mga lawyer, ganyan, pinapahintay pa talaga na ma-receive itong eligibility letter na galing kay US Embassy in Manila. But then again, ayun nga, hindi lahat nakaka-receive nito. I don't know why hindi lahat nakaka-receive. Ako buti na nga, na-receive ko siya pero sobrang late na. Tapos na nakapag-book na ako ng interview and medical. And then I was already in Manila doing my medical nung natanggap namin ito sa bahay doon sa Cagayan de Oro. So ayun na nga, hindi lahat po nakakatanggap nito. And aside from that, ito pa yung na-receive ko galing sa kanila. It came with one envelope. Binigyan nila ako ng pamphlet. Yung may EMBRA, ito po yung EMBRA. Binigyan nila ako ng pamphlet. Sabay na po nitong eligibility letter. So, nandito na siya lahat ng information in English and in our language, which is the Filipino language or the Tagalog po. Ito, nakatanggap ako. Aside from that, ito din po yung natanggap ko. A few photocopies. Ito, italikod ko na lang kasi may mga importanteng information dito sa akin. So, this is a photocopy na siya kasi meron na siyang ganito. Oh. Ayan, nandito kasi yung aking alien number. Ayan, photocopy na lang siya ha. Xerox copy na lang siya ng 4 na page from my I-129F form na sinubmit ko kay USCIS. So, ang nandito po, ang nakalagay is the page 1, page 4, and then page 8, and page 9. Hindi ko na lang to i-include sa video or pakita later kasi nandito yung mga important information ko, so I can't show you that. I will just show you the eligibility letter, ano ba yung itsura, and the pamphlet as well. So, nandito, apat na photocopy, nilagay lang nila dito, nandito na ang alien number ko, and the Manila case number, kung kailan mag-expire, yung NOAA 2 ko. And then, of course, the other information, nung nag-address yung fiancé ko. And then, my remarks, sa remarks part, nakalagay po yung first K1. Bali, first application po namin ito ni asawa or first application ni asawa. And then, merong nakalagay na EMBRA disclosure to the beneficiary required, yes or no. No po, chinek nila ang no. And then, sa other pages, chinek nila yung additional information about me, the beneficiary, kung nag-apply na ba ako ng or si asawa pala, kung nakapag-apply na ba siya dati ng petition for I-129F petition na hindi ako yung beneficiary, other beneficiary. So no, chinek nila yan. And then aside from that, marital status namin, marital status ko, tapos naglagay din sila ng alien number ko, nilagay nila. The page 8 naman, chinek nila yung number 51, 54, and then did you meet your beneficiary through the services of an IMB or international marriage broker? So no yung answer namin kasi we did not meet through there. Ayun po. And then of course, the biographic page ni asawa. Kasi more on kay asawa yung I-129F. So yun po, ito yung na-receive ko sa US Embassy in Manila. But then again, nung na-receive ko ito, I was already in Manila doing my interview and hindi lahat po nakaka-receive ng eligibility letter, even a few photocopies of your I-129F with the pamphlet. Yun po yung na-receive ko. So, hindi lahat kasi ang dami kong nakausap, naka-batch ko, and even now, some people now, hindi talaga lahat nakaka-receive ng eligibility letter. So, kausapin nyo na lang po yung mga agency ninyo, ganyan. Yung iba naman, sabi nila, kinukuha na lang daw nila yung information tapos sila na lang yung nagbubook ng interview and biometrics. So, ganun po yung ginagawa ng iba. So, that's it. Yun lang po ang i-share ko sa inyo. Ang tagal ko na gustong i-share ito kasi yung iba naguguluhan, nagtatanong sa akin kung marireceive ba, lahat pa makareceive nito. Needed. Also, hindi nyo kailangan itong dalhin. You don't need to bring all of this sa US Embassy in Manila on your interview day. Hindi na po ito kailangan. Even the eligibility letter and the rest of the documents that you will receive kay USEM, hindi po yan needed. I already uploaded a video of the most updated list of requirements for your K1 visa interview sa US Embassy in Manila. Check this video right here. Nandun na po lahat ng mga requirements coming from the US Embassy website po mismo. So check that one and also check my YouTube channel, Giant Jerry. Go to playlist. Sa playlist po may makikita kayong album title dyan na K1 Visa and AOS Guide and Tips. Nandyan na po lahat. I-scroll up nyo na lang po. Hanapin nyo na lang yung mga videos. Watch the video and please don't forget to like, especially this video right here. Don't forget to like this one. Please help me share this to anyone you know that is mga na-approve na ng kanilang I-129F, waiting ng mga eligibility letter or NVC letter. Help me share this video para naman po maintindihan din nila. And thank you very much. Maraming salamat po for always watching, for always supporting me dito sa channel ko. I really appreciate everybody. So I hope na medyo naliwanagan kayo with this issue regarding the eligibility letter. So yun lang po ang gusto kong explain. Again, visit my YouTube channel and of course, visit the official website of the US Visas. That's uscis.gov, ustraveldocs.gov, and of course, the travel.state.gov. Those are the official website of the US Visa. And of course, don't forget the US Embassy right here. This is the website of the US Embassy. So ayun lang po, maraming salamat po. Good luck everybody on your interview day and your medical. I hope everything goes smooth for you. See you again in my next video. Don't forget to like, to share, and to subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Thank you. Bye.